We have major breaking news right now. The United States Senate has passed the bill to release the Jeffrey Epstein files, a historic day, hours after the House of Representatives passed the same bill, 427 to 1. The United States Senate went ahead and passed the Epstein files bill. This means that the bill now heads to the desk of Donald Trump, who said that he will sign it. This is a significant victory for the survivors and for the American people. And I need your help to spread the word. So like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're going to get into what this means for the future of the Epstein files, what this means for the future of our nation. But tonight, in a shock for many, the United States Senate passed the Epstein files bill. That means this bill heads to the desk of Donald Trump, where he has already pledged to sign the bill.
I believe that some of the people that we mentioned are being looked at very seriously for their relationship to Jeffrey Epstein, but they were with him all the time. I wasn't at all. And we'll see what happens. What I just don't want Epstein to do is detract from the great success of the Republican Party, including the fact that the Democrats are totally blamed for the shutdown. You know, they cost our country hundreds of billions of dollars with that, at a lot of inconvenience. So I'm for any. I don't. They can do whatever they want. We'll give them everything. Sure, I would. Let the Senate look at it. Let anybody look at it. But don't talk about it too much, because honestly, I don't want to take it away from us.
Well, the Senate has looked at it. The House has looked at it. Both chambers of Congress have passed this bill, forcing Donald Trump to now have to sign the bill, as he said he would. Now, here's the thing. If he doesn't sign the bill for whatever reason, there is enough votes now in the Senate and the House, veto-proof majorities, to block Donald Trump's veto of this bill. But I do expect him to sign it, because he has put a lot of stock in the fact that he now wants full transparency after months of denying these survivors justice, transparency, and accountability, months of keeping these files concealed privately behind the scenes. Now, not everyone is fully believing that Donald Trump is going to do this. I want you to take a look at what Marjorie Taylor Greene said earlier today.
Greene, you raised the question of whether or not the Justice Department will actually release these files. Do you take the president at his word when he says he's going to sign this bill? And do you have confidence that these files will actually be released?
I only take people's actions seriously. No longer words.
And what do you think the president's actions?
And I'll tell you, because I wasn't a Johnny-come-lately to the MAGA train. I was day one 2015. And there's a big difference in those Americans and those that decided to support President Trump later on. And I'll tell you right now, this has been one of the most destructive things to MAGA, is watching the man that we supported early on, 3 elections, for people that stood hours, slept in their cars to go to rallies, have fought for truth and transparency, and to hold what we consider a corrupt government accountable. Watching this actually turn into a fight has ripped MAGA apart.
Now, behind her were the survivors. Many of the survivors spoke in front of the United States Capitol to pressure the House of Representatives to vote. Remember, 427 members voted yes, 1 voted no. The only one who voted no was Clay Higgins from Louisiana. And there is significant support for this bill in the Senate now. It has passed. But as Marjorie Taylor Greene said, that she doesn't judge anyone by their words. She judges them by their actions. And Donald Trump is someone who lately has not, even though he has changed his tune on the Epstein files, it doesn't mean that he's actually going to release them anytime soon. And there was no guarantee that he would actually sign this bill. So we'll see when he signs it, if and when he signs it. And if he doesn't, now there's a veto-proof majority in the House and Senate. But Donald Trump was not happy that people continue to ask him about the Epstein files discharge petition, the Epstein files vote. He even went off on an ABC News reporter for asking him during a meeting with the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, threatening to pull the license of ABC News during this meeting. It was stunning. I was stunned.
I'm very proud of the job he's done. What he's done is incredible in terms of human rights and everything else. And he's the Crown Prince. the future king. And
And that's Donald Trump talking about the crown prince being great on human rights, the crown prince being the future king of Saudi Arabia. But here's Donald Trump threatening to pull ABC's license.
Is it appropriate, Mr. President, for your family?
Okay, not that one as well. We got one more to go. One more for Donald Trump threatening to pull ABC's license right now.
they're pretty good.
Mr. President, Mr. President, why wait for Congress to release the Epstein files? Why not just do it then?
Well, it's not the question that I mind. It's your attitude. I think you are a terrible reporter. It's the way you ask these questions. You start off with a man who's highly respected, asking him a horrible, insubordinate, and just a terrible question. And you could even ask that same exact question nicely. You're all psyched up. Somebody psychs you over at ABC. You're going to psych. You're a terrible person and a terrible reporter. As far as the Epstein files is, I have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. I threw him out of my club many years ago because I thought he was a sick pervert. But I guess I turned out to be right. But you know who does have? Bill Clinton, Larry Summers, who ran Harvard, was with him every single night, every single weekend. They lived together. They went to his island many times. I never did. Andrew Weissman, I hear. All these guys were friends of his. You don't even talk about those people. You just keep going on the Epstein files. And what the Epstein is a Democrat hoax to try and get me not to be able to talk about the $21 trillion.
He talks about how it's a hoax and all this stuff, and then went on to say that ABC News' license should be pulled for her asking about the Epstein files. This is not the first time he was upset at a reporter. He literally called a reporter a, quote, piggy recently. Watch this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Piggy. Quiet piggy. Did you hear that? Imagine if Joe Biden or Barack Obama said that to a female reporter, quiet piggy. What would be the response from the media? What would be the response online from the right? It would be nonstop. And yet here we are, and most people didn't even see this. So we're in a major situation. Tonight is a major victory for the survivors. The survivors scored a major victory, and the American people did too. And now this bill heads to the desk of President Donald Trump, and he has a choice. He has a choice to either pursue transparency, accountability, and justice for the American people and for the Epstein survivors, many of whom I've spoken to over the past 6 months, or to continue concealing the files from the public, continue concealing the files from the survivors, and we'll see what he chooses. I will continue to provide you updates every step of the way. So as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and you'll have another update, I'm sure, very soon. So stay tuned for more. Hey folks, Aaron Parnas here. Thank you so much for watching The Parnas Perspective. Please consider subscribing to support our work as we grow this independent news media entity into something that rivals mainstream every single day. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon.